moment you see this Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat custom concept, you might think you've seen the ultimate American muscle car. But wait until you hear the one thing that completely changes the way you look at it. Because it's probably not what you're expecting. There are cars that are fast, there are cars that are loud, and then there are cars that make an entrance before the engine even starts. That's exactly the feeling this custom concept creates. It takes one of the most recognizable muscle cars ever built and pushes its visual identity into an entirely different league. Now, before we go any further, it's important to mention that this is a custom concept vehicle. That means we're looking at a creative design interpretation inspired by the Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, not an official production model from Dodge. And honestly, that's part of what makes it so fascinating. The original Hellcat already earned legendary status. It became famous for mixing old-school American muscle with outrageous modern performance. Massive power, aggressive styling, rear-wheel drive excitement. It represented everything enthusiasts loved about big V8 performance in a world that was rapidly changing. But this custom concept asks a simple question. What if you took that legendary foundation and turned the aggression all the way up? The first thing that grabs your attention is the stance. It's lower, wider, and visually more planted than the standard Challenger. Even standing still, it almost feels like it's moving. That's good automotive design. Great designers know that a powerful car should create emotion before the engine ever fires up. Look at the front end. Every line appears sharper. The grille feels more intimidating. Air intakes look larger and more purposeful, giving the impression that this machine is constantly hungry for fresh air. The hood design becomes an even bigger focal point, emphasizing the brutal personality that Hellcat fans have always loved. And then there are the lighting elements. Modern LED signatures give the concept a futuristic personality while still respecting the unmistakable Challenger DNA. That's actually one of the hardest things to achieve in automotive design, making something look futuristic without losing its identity. This concept manages that balance surprisingly well. Move toward the side profile, wide fenders immediately command attention. Larger wheels perfectly fill the arches, creating proportions that look incredibly muscular. Every angle seems designed to communicate strength rather than elegance. It's almost like looking at an Olympic heavyweight athlete wearing a perfectly tailored suit. Powerful, confident, and impossible to ignore. Now here's something interesting. Many custom concepts fall into the trap of adding aggressive parts simply for the sake of looking extreme. Bigger spoilers, oversized vents, dramatic body kits. But the best concepts create visual harmony. Everything should appear connected. On this concept, every design element feels like it belongs. The aggressive splitter complements the side skirts. The widened body matches the wheel fitment. The rear diffuser completes the overall silhouette instead of overwhelming it. That's what separates good customization from great automotive design. Around the rear, the transformation continues. The Challenger has always had one of the most iconic rear light signatures in the muscle car world, and this concept builds upon that identity instead of replacing it. The rear appears wider, lower, and more performance-focused, giving the impression that this machine is ready to launch at any second. And yes, those oversized exhaust outlets immediately remind everyone exactly what kind of heritage inspired this concept. Speaking of heritage, let's talk about why the Challenger became such an icon in the first place. While many manufacturers focused on making sports cars smaller, lighter, and more technologically complex, Dodge embraced something refreshingly simple: big engine, big personality, big smiles. That philosophy created one of the most emotional driving experiences available in the modern muscle car era. People didn't fall in love with the Hellcat because it was the most practical choice. They fell in love because it made every drive feel like an event. And that's something numbers alone can never explain. Now imagine combining that emotional appeal with an even more dramatic visual presence. That's exactly what this custom concept is trying to capture. Inside, while every custom concept can be different depending on its creator, the ideal vision would continue that premium performance theme. High-quality materials, sport-inspired seats, premium stitching, carbon fiber accents, and a driver-focused cockpit would all perfectly match the exterior personality. Because when you build a car that looks this bold, the cabin should make the driver feel just as special. Technology would naturally remain an important part of the experience as well. Modern infotainment systems, digital displays, premium audio, and advanced driver assistance features have become expected in today's performance cars. Even the most aggressive muscle machine benefits from modern convenience during everyday driving. But let's be honest, nobody chooses something inspired by the Hellcat because of the touchscreen. They choose it because of emotion, because of presence, because every walk toward the car in a parking lot feels exciting. That's something enthusiasts understand immediately. Now, if this were a real production vehicle, performance would ultimately depend on its actual engineering and powertrain. Since this is a custom concept, we can't accurately assign official horsepower, acceleration times, or top speed figures, and it wouldn't be responsible to invent them. What we can say is that the visual language clearly communicates one message: performance. Everything about the bodywork suggests speed, grip, and raw confidence. Even without hearing the engine, your brain almost imagines that unmistakable supercharged V8 soundtrack associated with the legendary Hellcat name. That's the power of successful automotive design. Sometimes your eyes hear the engine before your ears do. Ownership, of course, would also be about more than straight-line speed. Cars like this become conversation starters. Fuel stations become mini car shows. Parking lots become photo opportunity. People ask questions, kids point, enthusiasts smile. And suddenly, driving from one place to another becomes an experience instead of a routine. Of course, a bold custom concept isn't for everyone. Some drivers prefer subtle elegance, others prefer lightweight sports cars or luxury sedans. But if your personality leans toward unapologetic American muscle with an unmistakable visual presence, it's very difficult not to admire what this concept represents. And remember the question from the beginning? The one thing that completely changes how you look at this vehicle? It isn't the styling. It isn't the performance image. It isn't even the legendary Hellcat inspiration. It's the realization that great automotive design isn't always about creating something completely new. Sometimes it's about respecting an icon, while daring to imagine what its next evolution could look like. That's exactly what makes this Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat custom concept so captivating. It reminds us why the Challenger became legendary in the first place, while giving enthusiasts something exciting to dream about for the future. So, what do you think? If Dodge actually built a production version that looked this aggressive, would you choose it over today's modern performance cars? Or would you keep the classic Hellcat exactly the way it is? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear your opinion. And if you're passionate about legendary muscle cars, wild custom concepts, and the world's most exciting automotive creations, make sure you subscribe to Asterisk Car Zone because we've got plenty more incredible machines coming your way. Until next time, keep your passion alive, drive safe, and never stop appreciating great cars.